Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, it might not be obvious, but if you know me in person, you know that I am a huge League of Legends fan. I used to play the game almost every day and every now and then until a few months ago. Like, the last game I played was in April, and I'm not gonna lie, the game was pretty addictive, but now I can proudly announce that I have done my rehab and I'm ready to go back to society. Well, to be fair, League of Legends truly means a lot to me, but it is about time to say farewell to, let's say, a childhood friend. I gotta curl apart from League. It's not easy. I'm pretty sure that we all have this one game that always makes us feel nostalgic. And to me, League of Legends doesn't only remind me of my pre-college years, but it's also a way for me to escape from the harsh reality. So let me tell you about it. First of all, we have to understand that gaming in Vietnamese culture has a lot of negative connotations. We are a developing nation, and as you might know, games are not cheap. Like among my friend circle, only 2 or 3 people own some sort of gaming console. And we all know that those are the rich kids in our class. If you see a kid owning a PlayStation in Vietnam, you know that their parents are either millionaires or they take brides. I mean, what's the difference anyway? So PC games is probably the only cheap way for kids to experience gaming per se. Not ideally, but what can we do about that? And since our parents don't allow us to have a computer into high school, we seek alternative. Internet cafe. There was a time when internet cafe mushroomed in Vietnam. You can easily find at least 5 different internet cafes on every corner of Vietnamese street, and the area surrounding school is the most ideal location. I remember tricking my mom into taking me into school way earlier than when it actually started. And my friends and I would sneak out of school and run towards those internet cafe and play League for 4 hours straight. And because we all use up our lunch money to pay for gaming, we would just grab a cup of instant noodles and head to our class. Mom, if you're watching this video, consider this my apologies for lying you one of 10,000 times. And I just want to let you know that skipping class for League is worth it. I mean, probably not, but I had a blast. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, right, Mom? Well, in retrospect, I think I know why I enjoyed playing League that much. Well, first off, the game is entirely free to play with no upfront costs or subscriptions fees. Own champions can be unlocked entirely through gameplay. Secondly, playing with friends can be incredibly fun and rewarding. The game also has a large and active community with forums and social media groups where players can connect and share their experiences. And for some players, myself included, League of Legends can be a great way to unwind and de-stress after a long day. Okay, time to flex. I actually went to stay in one of the most prestigious schools back in Vietnam. It's called Le Vom High School for the Gifted. And I kid you not, I don't even make up the name. It has the word for the gifted in the name. And as you can imagine, the workload in that prestigious school is like Donald Trump's court case, a first-to-clock capitalist. So since I had a lot of work to do, I found myself another excuse to spend too much time on playing League. De-stress. And lastly, achieving victory in League of Legends, especially in ranked matches, can provide a tremendous sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. So these reasons became even more crucial when I went to the United States to study for college. I actually noticed a pattern when I started playing League of Legends after a 2 years break. I was looking for an escape from where I was. I mean, it's a solid reason to play games in general, not just League per se. While in the daily grind of work, stress and responsibilities, games offer a welcome break. They're like a doorway to another world where you can forget about your troubles and just have fun. Whether it's exploring a fantasy superhero world, racing cars, or solving puzzles, game let you be someone else for a while. You get to make choices, take risks, and see what happens, all without real world consequences. The excitement of the game, the cool graphics, and the fun challenge take your minds off things and help you relax. Games can also be a safe space where you can try new things, meet new people, and just enjoy yourself. They're like mini vacation from the everyday hustle and bustle, letting you recharge and come back feeling refreshed. That's exactly what I needed. I started playing League again when I first came to the United States because it was hard for me to make friends and trying to play into the new culture. Despite the fact that I kept saying I'm very easily adaptive, it was just so tough for me to be myself on a so-called predominantly white campus. So instead of focusing on my real life problem, I decided to create my own cocoon and wrap myself in my own bubble. Seeking an escape inside my world is way easier than stepping out of my comfort zone to make friends. I felt extremely lonely, and League indeed helped me to have fun at times. But the more I played the game, the more I lacked social interactions with everyone around me, the more isolated I became, and the more lonely I became. And believe me or not, I was not a toxic League player. At least not when I started playing it again in college. Well, that sounds like what a League player would say, but I played the game with the mere expectations that I was looking for fun and respect. I know, trying to find a non-toxic League player is like trying to find a girlfriend in college who doesn't like Taylor Swift. It's impossible, but come on. I exist. I get upset when my teammates don't cooperate, but I won't unleash a verbal tirade worthy of a Shakespearean villain. Well, yeah, if you're looking for a serious and ethical League player, I was that guy. But too bad, I gave up on it. I was self-aware that I needed to get alive, and League was on the way. I noticed that I did not play League for fun anymore. I played it to win. I took the game personal and played it seriously, despite knowing that a professional life was not for me. I was not a toxic player, but I was toxic to myself. I stayed up late to play the game, longing for victory because I needed to forget about my own mental problems. It felt great to lie on bed empty-headed because of tiredness. It was even greater to go to sleep after a victory because it felt like I achieved something. But then I stopped. As I mentioned earlier, I have not played League for a while. I knew it was time to quit when I started dreaming in pixelated meanings and hearing the announcer's voice in my sleep. As I'm going into the summer, I know that I would be extremely busy in my final year in college and I want to prepare for my research project. Way back in April, I actually had a plan of what I would like to achieve by the end of summer, and getting rid of leaks is one of them. My rehab journey was quite tough, to be honest. I was going through some personal problems at the time, and I was emotionally and mentally drained. I could not tell myself to do anything aside from focusing on schoolwork as finals were approaching, and after 3 weeks of not playing League, it eventually became a habit, and here I am. I relearned cooking and playing guitar, which turned out to be an extremely helpful and productive alternative. These days, my biggest thrill is finding a perfectly ripe banana at a grocery store. It's way less stressful than trying to climb the ranked ladder. I spend my spare time at the gym with my friend, and we have been working out very consistently. I also take some online courses to fill in my free time. Everything beautifully fits in my schedule besides working 40 hours per week. I finally focus my energy on growing myself mentally and physically. It has been a great time. I still enjoy watching League from time to time, but the more distant I am away from the game, the more I feel like I am truly living. And that's my League of Legends story. It was an escape, a sort of joy and frustration, and ultimately a catalyst of personal growth. It took stepping away to realize that real-life victories, like friendships, self-improvement, tackling that research project, those are the ones that truly matter. For anyone out there feeling trapped in their own summoner's rift, I want you to know that there's a world beyond the Nexus. It might be scary to log off and face reality, but trust me, the rewards are far greater than any pentakill. So go ahead, close that client, put out a controller, and step outside. Who knows, you might even discover that the real world has its own kind of magic. Playing game is fun, but have you ever considered having a crush on someone in real life? Well, I don't recommend it. Well, thanks for watching everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. And if you have your own story about a game that took over your life, or still is, please share it below. I hope you find a healthy balance between the real and the virtual. Well, until next time, keep leveling up. Probably not in the game, but in real life. Bye bye.